What's up, cuties? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this quick little power hour. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you haven't already, please hit the like button on your way in. I got so much to discuss. Let me remove this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to say hello to all of you guys, but hello, hello, hello. Shout out to the cutie mods in the building. Shout out to the cutie crew. And shout out to the rest of you guys. Thank you again for joining me. I want to start this off real quickly. Shout out to Hannah Grace. Give me 1 second. Because I had no idea, which one is this? That the child care cartel was going to be a reality show. So it is produced by Melody Cherie and Z-Me. And I watched Hannah's video earlier today. And then I went over to the Instagram page to be a little nosy child. And yeah, look, I just said this a couple weeks ago. I need to see some reality TV. Just my little selfish wants. So this is amazing. Amazing. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but when we spoke of childcare recently, it concerned Porsha Williams' mama and Shamea's mama. We'll get into them in a minute. And there seems to be some competition in that field, which I kind of figured but didn't know. And I'm not sure if this reality TV show is going to get into that. We do know that Mel will be speaking at that event. So congratulations going up to Tilted Crown Productions. That's amazing. Cannot wait to see what that is going to be like. You know what I'm saying? But look, we're going to get into some things today. I don't know about you guys, but it hit me hard. Let me close this screen here. Oh, child, it said restart, update and restart. I guess I'll go ahead and do that. It hit me hard yesterday. It really, really did, with the sudden and unfortunate passing. And you guys make sure to check out Hannah Grace's video as well. Shout out to Hannah Grace. But I don't know if, and I'm sure, depending on when you grew up or whatever, but growing up watching The Cosby Show for me, Theo was like, they all were, like an extended family. And to hear of his unfortunate passing yesterday, it took the wind up out of me. It really, really did. I had to just remove myself from social media instantly. I was sad all day, all day. And there's a little bit more information that was released. If you guys don't know, he passed away in an accidental drowning in Costa Rica. And he was there on vacation with his family, with his wife and daughter. And look, it's something about that water, child. I had two experiences that I will consider near death. And yeah, no more. No more for me. So rest in peace to, I call him Theo, child. We know that his name is Malcolm Jamal Warner, passed away at the age of 54. I am going to show you guys just a clip of these additional details because they actually pulled a second person out of the water as well. That person is in critical condition, and unfortunately, sadly, heartbreakingly, and I know that's not a word, Malcolm Jamal Warner didn't make it. Hey, Tony. So let's take a look. Shout out to the Jasmine brand for reposting this news clip. And let me know in the comments. Teresa, I saw your comment where you said he was like a brother. He was. He really, really was. You know what I mean? At one point, the Cosby Show was the thing. You know what I'm saying? And we know everything that came later. It's still a staple of my childhood, period, point blank. I'm one of those people where I'm able to separate some ish. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's good or bad. Even when it comes to a musical artist that's found themselves in trouble. But he was like a brother. They all were like family. You know, a lot of us may have come from parents and families where, you know, you didn't see struggle. I didn't, but that was next level doctors and all of that. That was just something different. I'll never forget the Gordon Gartrell shirt. You know what I mean? That Denise made from him for him. And yeah, it was just extremely heartbreaking to learn of his untimely death. But let's go ahead and take a quick look. Give me your favorite memories of Theo, Malcolm Jamal Warner in the comment section. Let's take a quick look.
From Costa Rica's Red Cross, they responded to the beach where this happened. And when they arrived, they found two men pulled from the water, one of them in critical condition, the other, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Tragically, the beloved actor was pronounced dead at the scene.
Yes, this is Theodore Huxtable.
This morning, fans around the country mourning the tragic loss of the Cosby Show star Malcolm Jamal Warner.
She will always be my sister. Thanks, Dad.
The 54-year-old actor was reportedly on vacation when authorities say he accidentally drowned in the Caribbean Sea at this beach in Limon, Costa Rica, Sunday afternoon.
Al llegar al lugar, encontramos dos hombres adultos.
A first responder from the Red Cross saying Warner and another man were swept away by a strong current, which is common in that area. Bystanders tried to rescue Warner, but by the time authorities arrived at the scene, he had no pulse. The other man transported in critical condition. The official cause of death, asphyxiation by submersion. For 8 seasons, Warner played the endearing, humorous Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, the sitcom becoming a cultural phenomenon.
Cultural, phenomenon indeed. And yes, sis, I totally agree. Those currents and riptides, it has seemed like this year alone that we've seen countless stories. You know what I mean? Countless stories. I just saw one last week where they made a joke about it. The lady didn't, get swept away or anything. And it was a husband. Well, the comedian that did like a voiceover over the video, this lady almost got swept into it. I'll show it tomorrow on the Cutie Crew. But rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner. Prayers going up to his wife and daughter. And then shout out to Melissa Ford. She does have a YouTube page called Hot and Bothered. I've been subscribed. She's also on the Joe Budden Network. And I want you guys just to take a quick look at one of his last interviews, one of his last sit downs. And it is, I don't know if I want to say eerie, but the question that she asked them, take a quick look.
Life, it's fragile, and in the blink of an eye,
You never know.
you never know. So speaking of legacy, what do you hope that your legacy is going to be? It's a tough question, huh?
Yeah, especially
Kids help with the
because
legacy question, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
man, because I'm 54, I think about that a lot.
Mhm.
So it's interesting. I remember my mother said to me one time that Mr. Cosby gave you immortality,
Facts. That is very true.
right?
Mhm.
So I know on one lane, uh, there's legacy there, but also because my life, those former years were always about life beyond Cosby,
Mhm.
right? So I feel like, okay, there's that legacy there, but then because I've had this full life, after that show, uh, there's another lane of legacy that I get to leave, and I'm still working through that. There is part of me that I will be able to leave this earth, knowing and people knowing that I was a good person.
Mhm.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. He will be able to leave this earth knowing and people knowing that he was a good person and that he was. He was not a child star that we heard about that end up being addicted to substances and acting crazy. And we've seen that with a lot of our child stars. So again, I'm going to try to lighten it up. But rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner, and prayers and condolences going up to his complete family, wife, daughter, parents, everybody. Let's see. Philly Grouse saw a comment. Teresa, you and Tyra are just alike. Every time I send you guys just a little token of appreciation for modding for me, you give it back to me. So thank you so much for gifting a Cutie Crew membership. I appreciate you. And absolutely, it hit me just like my first thought was Michael Jackson, Prince, Biggie, everybody that you mentioned, and it's sad. You never heard of him in any scandal. Never, never, never. What did Indigo Girl say? Indigo said it's very bad this year. Your first son drowned in the ocean. So this news has really interfered with your spirit and you're sad for his family. Prayers going up to you. Prayers going up. So sorry to hear that. Yeah, we'll touch a tad bit more tomorrow on this members only. But I had an uncle that passed away from drowning with two of his buddies on a fishing trip. And the sad part about that is they linked arms together once their boat capsized, and that's how they were found, with their arms still linked together. So it's extremely heartbreaking. But Indigo Girl, I am praying for you. I really, really am. Okay. Hey, Aunt Debbie. All right, we gotta lighten it up just a tad bit. And where do I want to go next? One of the hottest topics I will say is Jackie Christie. But before I get to Jackie, because I am gonna play some video, Shannon Sharpe, again, zummy ass. This girl in the picture, you guys see what she got sticking out her nose and all of that, allegedly settled for $33 million. I heard that on several platforms. You guys should know a lot of times the amounts are leaked to the public. I witnessed that, or it is alleged, but I saw it on several platforms. And what they're saying is she received 20 million and her attorney received 13. So the attorney gets, if I'm not mistaken, 40%, And that's the amount that's going around. I believe it because they did not settle on the $10 million offer that Shannon and his team initially presented to her. And we know that she came out and said she retired now. She don't need to work no more. So I'm not going to spend any time on that. It is what it is, but that is the alleged amount. That's it. Let's go ahead and get into Jackie Christie. Is Danya here? Is TNT G Mom here? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You absolutely love the water, but you have learned to love it from the sidelines. Drowning is definitely one of my fears. Mine as well, sis. And let me remove this real quick. I told you guys, I flipped over a jet ski in the middle of the ocean. And when I say middle, I say middle. And my ex completely panicked. That panicking could have taken us both down. And I had to immediately just remain composed. And then they saw us somehow because we were far from shore, but they saw us and they came out there and child, never, ever, ever, ever again. So yeah, I stick my toes in some water. That's about it, you know? Yeah, it is a fear for a lot of people. Yeah, I can float real good and paddle, you know, but otherwise, yeah, I'm not a good swimmer. But have you guys seen the clip that's going around of Jackie Christie and her daughter Chantel from Basketball Wives? Let me ask you this. Have you ever put them paws on your mama? A lot of people feel like based off of how you were raised, anything goes. I'm from the era of I brought you in this world and I take you out. I would never. I would have never. I'm also grown enough to know that any discipline that I received as a child, as a teenager, and I'm only speaking for myself because we know there are cases where, you know, they just go overboard and it is abuse. But any discipline that I received, I deserved it. Okay. From this screenshot on the screen, you can see that Jackie Christie had to put them paws on her daughter. And in my opinion, she should have done worse. That may be a little harsh, but in my opinion, the disrespect that was shown, I don't give a darn. First of all, this girl came on her mama's platform. And if you had that many issues, yeah, why you here? Why are you here? Then she linked up with Jackie's ops, Evelyn. You know, you came TNTG bomb. You came in on the right time because I had a note written down that you and Danya felt like I can't find the note now. Jackie Christie was wrong. I want your thoughts after we watch this clip. But I'm from the, you know, if it's at that point where I can't respect you, or you know what I'm saying, it's easy for me to cut a person off and just go ahead on about my business. You know what I mean? And especially when it comes to parents, there is no way in the world that I would have ever, even as an adult, I used to apologize if I slipped up and cussed to my parents. And to see this disrespect from this chick, Evelyn is one that took her under her wing, but you can't say a damn thing about Evelyn's daughter. But yet they put a battery in Chantel's back to have her go at Jackie Christie. And as I mentioned, you can see on this screenshot that Jackie had to do what she had to do. In my opinion, you guys may not agree, but we're going to take a look. Before I get to the video, though, Jackie's daughter, Takari, has always come out and spoken about, you know, her relationship with her mom. She felt like she was the black sheep. She said Chantel had it good and all of the above. And anyway, she even came out and defended her mom. She said that she doesn't even know our mom. If she did, she would only try to protect her. She didn't deserve to be done like this on her platform. That's all I have to say about this. And kudos to her. Again, in spite of things that she's come out and shared as far as her childhood, she know that her sister was wrong. So we're going to take a quick look. I want you all's thoughts on this. And I see nothing wrong. That's just me. Now, look, I do not condone any type of violence. I don't. But you guys put your thoughts in the comments. Let's go ahead and take a look. I did have to change the audio on the replay. If you don't see this, that means VH1 wasn't having it. But let's go ahead and take a quick look. Let me put this banner up as well. All right, here we go. Back. I'm going to take it back. She pushed her mother first. And I saw somebody's comment, no, there is zero reason for her to push her first. That's her mother. And if you want to cut your mama off for the rest of your life, you do that. But what happened, in my opinion, after, yeah, she deserved it. I don't feel no ways tied. Now, I want you guys to see this shortcut, but what she is her mother. Okay? So let's go ahead and read a couple comments. Malcolm said, Jack, say it. And even if she would have used this platform to air out the issues, it's how she said it. This girl, this chick, felt like she was her mama's friend, not a daughter. She could have came on there and addressed their issues. I'm not into sweeping things under the rug. You know what I mean? Because that festers into other things. But it's how she handled herself this whole season. You know what I mean? Linda Gamble said, I'm from the old school era. The elders said, we brought you into this world. We will knock you out. Gigi said, Eveline is such trash. She was absolutely justified. His eyes in every, okay, I think you guys are talking about something else. His eyes are in every place. We may think we're running, but he knows the end from the beginning. Okay, I don't know. A long time coming. And if her mom knew she was molested and didn't do anything, she deserved to get pushed. But Tyra, is this Tyra, my Tyra? Let me know, because if so, you're showing up differently. That could be the case, but is this the way to handle that? No, in my opinion, it's not. Debbie says Chantel is so disrespectful. Fighting your mom, Jackie should have knocked Chantel into the middle of next year. Ooh, child. Debbie, I know what type of mama you were. Let's see. She shouldn't have been on the show if she did different Jackies, but that still doesn't give her the right to put her hands on her mother. Totally agree. Teresa said, my husband nearly knocked my stepson out for raising his voice at me. So I know ain't no kid raising their hand at me. I would be in jail. Look, I shudder at the thought, and may my mom rest in peace. I shudder at the thought, child, of what would have happened to me. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all. Looking for a moment and got mollywopped. All right, let's see. Couple more. If it was my mama, it would have gotten that far. Child, my lips would have been smashed. Okay, so I see we all are on the same path. Sis, look, what lips? Child, if I would have had any after, but it's a big debate that's going on online of Jackie's parenting. And that's the reason why Chantel acted out in the way that she did. And that girl knew that girl is a wife and a mother. She knew what she did when she decided to go on this show. But the bigger question that I have for you guys is, we got a whole first lady, Shawnee O'Neal, that is the executive producer of this show. You didn't see it, Patricia J? I rewinded for you, child. Hold on. Let's just go back to the juicy part. Because a lot of people seem like they didn't see that. No, ma'am, absolutely not. That is something that you just do not do. All right, so I'm gonna start here, and then I'll read a couple more. But put in the comments your thoughts about Shawnee Henderson / O'Neal. Shawnee knows Jackie's history. Shawnee not only has been an executive producer of this show, but also a cast member. She's aware and familiar and should have known how things would end up turning out. And I don't know, maybe that's another Cutie Crew topic because this is a power hour. I wish it wasn't so we can talk in detail, but should Shawnee have known better? Do you look at her and her new role as being a first lady as, you know, you need to separate that mess or live in the godly way? Let me know in the comments before we move on. But Patricia J said she pushed her mom, and I'm going to show it to you. Take a look. Telling my mama, you sitting here looking effing stupid. I ain't pushing you back. I'm going to do exactly what Jackie did. Whether it's right or wrong, it is what it is. But I would probably have had that same reaction. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. TNTG mom. Were you the one that said over the weekend that you were on Chantel's side? If I'm not mistaken, sis, you were. You said there's no way I will come on national TV arguing with my mama. Evelyn Knowles used her to come after her mom, and she dumb enough to fall for it. Chantel need. Okay, so I guess you wasn't, because TNTG mom say Chantel need her ears whooped. Okay, she should not have been recording with her mother and mother's friends. I agree. You know, that's something else that depending on when you grew up, get out of grown folks' business. Go ahead on somewhere. I heard that a lot. If my mom was sitting around with her girlfriends, I couldn't sit there and just listen to their conversations. Go on in the other room. Go somewhere and play. Go do something. But I wasn't sitting there with my mom's friends. And Chantel been bogus this whole season. I have zero pity. Hey, Miss D. Hey, Ham Sandwich. Let's see. Couple more. Hey, Mama V. Mama V say I could never. Thank you, TNTG mom. All right, for those that didn't see that. And then we're going to go into our next topic, because she absolutely failed to let them know that she pushed her mama. I ain't one of your little girlfriends, okay? And the other cast that's been there for years outside of Ming Lee and Ty Young, they know the history, and they definitely pumped her head up. And that's why she got them, you know, that's why she got this. Let me go ahead and, ooh, child. I think I'm going to keep this as a meme forever. Baby, that's what I'm talking about. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this last part. It's only a couple seconds. Girl, look, you lucky you only got a bop. Because if it was me, it would have been a bop, bop-a-loo bop. Okay? Couple of them bops. Okay? Thank you, Bella. Bella, right on time. She said Jackie should have kept swinging on her. So, look, the majority of us, let me scan and see if I see anybody else. The majority of us are on the same page, and we don't have to be. You guys know I love a good debate. Gloria said, raised by my grandmother, didn't care for my mom at all, but she was still giving respect. That's it. That's all. Even if you decide, I don't ever want to see this lady again a day in my life, that's the decision you should come to. You know? Shout out to 150 plus of you guys. Thank you for joining me. Hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribed. Miss Lady said, child, that would have been my mom. Someone would have been planning my funeral. Look, I shudder. Let me know. I see you saying hello. Give me your thoughts. I'm going to scroll down and see if I see an answer. Until there are better ways to handle things. All right. Couple more. I should have just did a hot topics on this. Danya, if you didn't see it, I'm willing to replay it. Andrea said, or Andrea, that's Jackie's daughter. That's crazy. She's super disrespectful. It's like she's trying to push her buttons to get her off the show. Daughter or not, that's not cool. It's not. All right, she effed around and found out. Okay, Danya's here. She said, didn't Jackie? Let me rewind it, child. Let's go back so I can show my sis Danya. Now, Danya, I want you to pay close attention. Then we're going to move on to these Real Housewives. I want you to pay close attention, sis. Look closely. I'm going to put this down so you can see. All right? And let's see. This is, I'll give you this part, what Jackie said. Okay, go ahead and go. Here we go, Danya. Did you see that? Did you see that, Danya? Let's go back a little bit. She pushed her mom first. That was enough. Let me see what Danya got to say. She pushed her mom first. Let me do that to my mama. She would be going to get her. I can't tell what that is. Baby, knock that smirk. Look, TNTG mom, straight off. Look at her face, child. Look at her face. Now, again, I don't condone violence. I don't. But she deserved it. Danya, was that enough for you, sis? Shani ain't ish. That woman has no characteristics of a first lady. Sorry. We'll talk more about it tomorrow. Shani don't care about anything but money and power. I totally agree. Jackie and her daughter are both adults. This is not on Shani. Not saying it's on Shani, but Trina, you have to admit, if you are, I would think. Now, look, we fall down, we get up. Everybody is sinners in some way, shape, or form. But I would think he is a little special. That was just a reflex. Danya. Some of these parents had their kids growing up as their friends, so the kids didn't know how to separate the mom from the friend. That's true. That's true. And sis, look, a lot of us, we heard that saying as well. I'm not one of your little friends. And I don't think Jackie, I don't know, raised her kids as friends. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was disrespectful. All right, I'm still scrolling. Baby, bad. My mother would have had me beside my grandmother with flowers. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Again, I shudder. Hey, Real Talk with Grace and Mercy. Love you. Thank you for dropping through. I still don't see Danya. Where's my sis? Did she come in? You saw it. Okay. Let's see. What's your response? All right. But I thought Jackie swung on her. Okay, Chantel was wrong. That's all I wanted to see. That was a purse chit chat. What that mean? That was a purse that she swung? If so, she still swung. Baby, I promise you. I would have had dentures at in my teen years, you know? They probably got her on the show. That's it. That's all. That was their goal. Shawnee's included. Okay. So, oh, you guys are. How much time we got? I'm gonna read a couple more comments before I get into this Real Housewives of Atlanta. Oh, child, and Debbie say make some funeral arrangements. It's gonna be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing. Okay, that's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. No matter what. No matter what. That's her mom. And look, Indigo, that could be the case. It looks like, and it appears to be the case, that she has pent up aggravation towards Jackie. And that's why I say she should have never been allowed on this platform. She was used. She was used. And I'm not sure of her age, but goal accomplished by Evelyn, Brandy, Shawnee. Okay, goal accomplished. They know how. Look, they know that Jackie don't take disrespect just like Tammy didn't. So this was a plot, in my opinion. And look, she effed around and found out. Hey, Charnel, she effed around and found out. Also, there will not be while they were on the beach. And Jackie left, walked away like she should. And then next thing you know, she invited her up to her room so they could continue that conversation. She tried. She tried, you know? All right. We're going to get to some Real Housewives of Atlanta. Cutie crew. We will discuss more of this tomorrow. Chanel said a scheme Shawnee set up. It was a plot to take Jackie down. You're not going over yonder, child. TNTG mom, not singing going over yonder. Child, look. Yeah, no. Could have never been me. And yeah, thank God for those of us that were raised. Number one, it's a commandment. Honor thy mother and thy father. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm not saying stay stuck in misery, cut anybody off. We've talked about this before. Sometimes you have to make that tough decision, no matter who it is. If they're causing more pain than joy, if it's drama filled, you know what I mean? Resentment and things that you just can't get over, unchanged behavior. Yeah. Sometimes you got to make that tough decision to cut folks off. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what I'm saying. So I do think that Chantel could have done that. She really, really could have. All right, we'll spend a good 10, 15 minutes on this. We spoke about this Sunday night during our live watch party of part 2 of Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 reunion. And it was a lot going down. It was a lot going down. We saw Angela with the failed receipts. I'm still going to give Angela another chance. Failed receipts when it comes to Phaedra. We saw Charles Oakley saying, "Where y'all husband at?" on the preview. We'll see that this week. They mentioned Kenya. They mentioned Britt. But the most important parts to me of the reunion was the failing friendship between Porsha and Shamea, and then Shamea and Drew's exchange with each other. So I'm going to start with Drew first. And look, I'll just say this. Both the fake bag and the authentic designer bag is ugly to me. Both. Now, somebody said that Shamea wore labels all season and still made them look tacky. So that means that, yeah, you may be able to afford the designers that still don't make you look good in it. But on the reunion, Shamea called out Drew, claiming that Drew was carrying a fake bag. She said that it wasn't a Judith Leiber Cosmopolitan martini clutch and that it was fake and it was from Ikea. Well, Drew came out and dropped receipts. The fake bag is here. If you guys look at my mouse, this is what Shamea claimed. Well, let me put Drew's receipts up first. Drew came out and posted her receipt, her actual receipt of this person. I couldn't believe it. Over $6,000 for that ugly ass purse. Okay. But she showed where she purchased it and all of that. Shamea then came out and said, Drew with them fake receipts. It was a nice bag, sis. As you see, I have the knockoff version as well. Well, Drew don't have the knockoff version. For me, I wouldn't have paid no more than $20 for it. Okay. Because when are you going to consistently carry this bag? When? And I don't think that that's a flex just because you got it, but it's your business. Okay. Well, not only did Drew post the receipts, but the owner, the designer of that purse, and excuse me, not the owner of the purse, but the designer, Judith Leiber, came out and confirmed that that is an official designer bag of their line. So you guys see, somebody copied them and said, does this bag belong to you or shop Akira? I bet these pics be gone before the sun come up. And Judith Leiber responded and said, this is the Judith Leiber Couture Martini Cosmopolitan bag. You all's thoughts? I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Shamea was taking L's all day yesterday. Well, Sunday night, actually, because like I said, I had to tap out of social media. But she took L's at that reunion as well. Would you spend $6,000 on it? Let me know. Shameful. Your mean girl is seeping out. Some of these girls just have to show who's the boss. Tam C said, I didn't care for Shamea's behavior. I always thought she was performative and a clout chaser. Look, performative indeed. And a lot of people are saying that she played the victim this whole season. And I must agree. I got sick of the pity party. Now, I did have some sympathy and empathy for her when she learned her daughter was sick and she was out of the country. But other than that, I was over Shamea. She came in, pals ablazing. The first episode showed that big, beautiful home, showed how unbothered she really should be. That she's a multimillionaire, been a multimillionaire. And yes, she should have stayed friend of the show for me. I'll read you guys this comment, then I'll get your thoughts, and then we'll get to Porsha. And I didn't email it to myself, so sorry. But somebody made a post on Twitter, and they said, Shamea, my baby, log off. Don't sign a new contract. Don't make another post to a castmate. Just go be rich with that man who loves you enough to let you hop yourself on the show he wouldn't even allow himself to be filmed on, just because you really wanted it. Don't try harder. Friendships and marriages gonna die on these shows. You are already a 1 out of 2. Go live your soft life. Keep your man and your bags. We beg you. Do you guys agree with that? Do you think that Shamea should not come back next season? Let me know. No problem, Teresa. Take your time, sis. Don't rush. All right. Shirley said, I agree, Chit Chat. The purse is ugly and to me not worth the price. Absolutely not worth it. Valeria said Drew showed her receipts and the company spoke out. Yep, we just went over that. And let's see. Tara. There was another Tara Simone up in the chat. Was that you, sis? Let me know. Shamea went on her way to buy a knockoff bag to shame Drew, and she still took the L. Big time. Why does Shamea care about who's able to purchase expensive bags? She's not the only one that can buy a bag. Facts. And my last thought on this is someone over in the comments section said, China, in my orange man voice, just told us all this stuff was worth $2. Lord, please release my people from the designer chokehold. And if you guys don't know what that's about, there was this big expose that came out of the real price it takes to make a Birkin and all of these bags, Gucci's, Louis, all of that. And yeah, those bags are made in chop shops in China. Judith Liebers, in my opinion, allegedly, as well as the rest of them. So that wasn't a flex to me. Buy what you can buy, even if you can afford it. If that's what you want to buy, kudos to you. But don't think that you're less than if you just go buy you a little purse, child. My favorite label when it comes to bags is Coach, the most durable out of all of them. And I do have a couple designers, but yeah, no, I'm over that. I'm not even buying another Coach. I got about 50 of them in my closet. So anyway, epic fail for Shamea. Speaking of epic fail, Porsha and Angela Richardson, you say you never liked Shamea. Oh, child. Look, Porsha dropped her own receipts, and that friendship is done. The friendship is done. Will we see it as a storyline next season? If Shamea is asked to come back, Porsha is absolutely coming back. Will we see it as a storyline of them trying to resolve their issues? Maybe, but I think too much has happened for the friendship to ever get back to the level. I had to find the phone. For the friendship to get back to the level that they once were, I think that's done. You know what I mean? I think that going forward, if they try to rekindle anything, it'll be fake, you know? So anyway, Porsha dropped some receipts. She said unseen receipts from Reunion episode 2. Let's take a look. I'll see if we can listen. I don't know if if this is music on here. If so, we'll have to look in silence. The beautiful bride. I love you. Asante Saraki. The beautiful bride. Congratulations, I love you. Asante Saraki. All right, so Porsha says slide 1/lie number 1. Queen Shamea Mwangi, first wedding. I'm by her side as a bridesmaid. Location Atlanta, Georgia. Second wedding was in Africa. Reference interview with the Breakfast Club. Shamea stated, I only had one wedding, and clearly she had two. All right, let's take a look at slide number 2. And you do it, and you do it, ooh, and they smell so good. They smell so do it. Girl, come on now. You gotta, and when you get a pitch, you get some flowers from your best friend. You get a pitch, you get the flowers, and you then go in. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right. She's very cringy. My goodness. But she said, and when you get a peach, you get a flower from your best friend. But on the show, Shamea was saying that Porsha didn't congratulate her. So Porsha also said slide number 2/lie number 2. I sent Shamea flowers to congratulate my bestie for her joining Real Housewives of Atlanta. Her video she made thanking me, followed by an excited congratulatory phone call I made to her, as well as a lengthy caption on Instagram. Post number 4, slide 4, child, of excitement celebrating Queen Mwangi as a full-time housewife and peach holder. Reference Candy's interview. Shamea clearly only said a simple congratulations on the phone. Porsha said case closed. She then went on to tag Shamea and said, you lying again in your latest post. She claims flowers were for her birthday when the card I sent of the flowers clearly say love and congratulations, Queen, for her getting a post. And we just heard Shamea saying it. She sent me flowers for getting a peach. Okay. Let's see. And this is Porsha. She's showing that she made a post of Shamea with the peach in her hand. And she said, a round of applause for my bestie for getting a peach. What are you all's thoughts? Is the friendship done? Did Shamea make a fool out of herself? She was doing too much. That was so over the top. Angela Richardson. Hold on, guys. Let me do something real quick. So over the top and cringe worthy for real. Spectatia says cringe doing too much. Let's see. The first supposedly wedding was a bride diary party, not a real wedding in African culture. Yeah, but that's how it was defined back then. Her American wedding, so I get it. But tomatoes, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to act like the girl wasn't there for you at all. And she was, clearly. All right, let's see. Valeria said they never had a friendship. Angela said, well, Porsha provided / proved her point. I agree. So I think it's done. I do. You have a closet full of limited edition. Yes, Danya. Yes, ma'am. I got a couple from back in the day. I actually made sure to purchase limited edition Gucci. Actually the purse and what I used to carry as a book bag in high school. And I'll show pictures of that. I'll snap some pictures. And it just took me back. it took me back. And look, those are the best quality wise, you know? So, real quick before we go, guys, do you think the friendship is done? Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like it's done. I'm going to go ahead and put my 1. I don't think there's any coming back from this. I do feel a little sad. You know what I'm saying? Because friendships are valuable. You know what I mean? And they have a lot of history together. They became friends at a very young age. And I hate to see it end over this show. It appears to me that that's why it ended. But we spoke about this Sunday as well. There also had to have been some type of underlying issues. You know what I mean? Jealousy, envy, and that could be on both parts. You know what I mean? Shamea got the life, in my opinion, that Porsha won't, as far as married to her African king, and he loves the heck out of Shamea. And I think that there could have been some envy and jealousy when it comes to Shamea, because she probably already wanted to be a peach holder, be a peach holder, and was sick of playing lapdog in Drew Sidora's voice, you know. So I'll read a couple comments. We're gonna be out of here. You guys make sure to join Pink Table Topics. Sis, I didn't reschedule that vet appointment, child. Look, I rescheduled it for my pockets. And they fine. They fine. I'll take them in there on an emergency basis. And I shouldn't say that. Rest in peace to my big brother's dog that passed away this morning. Rest in doggy heaven, Smokey. Yeah, my babies are fine, and y'all ain't getting no more money from me. Period. All my plate money, which was $1,000 a month, went to them damn dogs. So yeah, I'm done. So I'll be over there. Make sure to join us over at Pink Table Topics. You say, I feel like Candy played a major role in helping to bridge a wedge in Shamea and Porsha's relationship. Totally agree. Is Aunt Debbie still here? Aunt Debbie, are you going live? Let me know. Look, I got Coach bags, the newer ones that I've never carried. That Dempsey brand, my favorite, is hot, and I still got tissue. And child, I ain't buying nothing else. Period. I am on a freeze to 2027 for anything. Baby, for anything. But I agree with you. Candy, I think she still felt some type of way about Porsha and Phaedra. And yeah, I do think that we saw Candy and the crew talk about Porsha. You know what I mean? Oh no, Ozzy Osbourne passed. My supervisor just put that in our team chat. Oh, child. Hold on, let me look real quick. Oh Lord. Hold on. Yep, they just announced it. Ozzy Osbourne passed away at the age of 76. Rest in peace to Ozzy. So sad. That's sad. And that situationship is done. It's like Shamea can't stand that Porsha was happy. Oh, happy about what, Gigi? Dog it, Gigi. I wish we had more time to talk. Because I think it could go vice versa as well. Trina said real friendships are valuable, aren't they? I feel like Shamea was a snake whenever she was with Candy and the crew. She was. This is gonna make me call my longest standing friend. Grew up together and we've been friends for decades. I'm not gonna age myself, child. She knew me before I knew me. She knew me when my mama was pregnant. So that'll give you an idea. You got Coach too, Aunt Debbie? Uh-huh. Yes, and I bought my Aunt Debbie a Coach. Coach is amazing. Do you hear me? Amazing. And check out their new line. Now, child, I may need to reach out to them and see if they want me to sponsor their product. But love me some Coach. And their new line is in line with a lot of today's designers at a fraction of the cost. And you'll keep a Coach bag for 50 years. You don't agree that Candy did anything but support Shamea. But did she sit there, Danya, and she allowed her crew and her friends to talk about Porsha in a negative way. You know, she did act stank towards Porsha. Yep. So we'll continue. You can get Coach at Marshall's if you get there early on their delivery day. Really? I haven't been to Marshall's. Is not my preferred. You know, I go to a TJ Maxx, but I did used to go to Marshall's a lot. But I'm not sure if they're discount. But check out. Okay, piece of advice before I go. You do not have to go to Coach's official website. Go to coachoutlet.com. You may have a Coach outlet near you. And child, love me some Coach. The one that the last bag that I ordered, I'm turning around just to look at it. Oh my God, I love it. This is a crossbody bag. It's black, it's leather with the monogram C's on the front with the shiny material. I got the wallets. I got another purse like this, but I always order wallets to match my bags and all of that. I can't stop carrying this sucker, and I get complimented all the time. So I really hate that I bought it because it made me not carry all my other ones, but I said that I'm just going to start including my other ones. Got a Louis for Christmas. I only carried it once. Got a couple Louis, got a couple Gucci's. I'm going to start switching my bags out every week just so I can, use them. And then my little niece is saying, send them to me, run them to me. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought you said yours. Yes, my brother's German Shepherd passed this morning, and he called me and he was heartbroken. And Valeria, yes, but if you are a pet lover, you know what I'm saying? You have to make tough decisions sometimes because I can't get into it. I gotta go, but these vets are hustlers, and that's why I called them today and said, you can go ahead and cancel that follow-up appointment. I came up with something. I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all ain't getting another penny out of me. We got some medication left and all of that. You know what I'm saying? No thanks needed on Debbie. No thanks needed. All right. I love you guys. Let me take a sip of water because my throat getting dry. But shout out to each and every one of you that joined me. We was up to about 190 something, right at 200. Maybe we crossed. I don't know. If you did not hit the like button, please go ahead, hit that like button on your way out. I got live scheduled, child, for damn near every day this week. Tomorrow. Hold on, guys. Damn it. That's what I get for talking so much. Tomorrow, I got a power hour. Either I'm gonna come to you guys in the afternoon or evening. We'll talk about the current events, days events, what happened the night before. Just so we can make sure that we just stay abreast. And I love chatting with you guys. I'm gonna try to not have too many comments so we can spend some time talking about them, as well as if time permits, I'm able to drop a link. I'll also be doing some evening lives or weekend lives. I got a cough again. Hold on. So yeah, just prepare to be sick of me, okay? But tomorrow, for sure, if I cancel my power hour, cutie crew, I will see you guys tomorrow evening, and then Thursday we will be watching the season finale of Divorce Sisters. I cannot wait. What an excellent show. But thank you guys again. Thank you, Angela Richardson. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate you guys for joining me. I'm going to get on off before I have to cough again. But I will chat with you guys soon. Bye. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT.